A lot of people, especially in this part of the world, run away from DNA testing. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Thank you very much, Wale. I know you are a big advocate of DNA and paternity testing.
Saves a lot of headache.
It saves a lot of headache. It saves a lot of hassle in the futures and family disunity and all the rest of them. Basically, as we all know, DNA is our signature. We have a copy from our mother and another copy from our father. I know the issue of a DNA paternity testing in Nigeria is a big issue. Whether there should be a legislation for every child born to have a DNA testing, I don't know, man. But it's the cost that I'm sure prevent a lot of people. Some people know that this child is not there. You will not see a DNA paternity test that says 100%. If you're in doubt, then we can escalate it and take sample from another source.
So, averagely, how much does it cost for a person to do a DNA testing?
Yes, to do a credible DNA testing. Now, one father and one child is 350,000 naira.
A father and a child.
And a child.
If it's a father and two children,
then extra child we add 150,000 naira.
Why is it so expensive to do DNA?
It's actually extremely expensive. I have to subsidize some of the material that we use.
Okay.
Because we don't, you cannot source the material here locally.
Sorry, how long does it take for a DNA test for a person to get results?
Actually, it takes 21 working days. Reason being is it's a system that you have to synthesize. You have to produce the material, the genetic material. You clone it and you produce it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and well-wishers of all ages, with all things being equal, don't forget, this is still 89.9 Yanga FM station, Wesabi. And in case you are just joining us, the time now 7 minutes, or should I say 8 minutes after 8 a.m. And once that time don't reach, say, now time for the segment where we they call area police, and everything is going to be wonderful. And with that being said, brothers and sisters, friends and well-wishers, like we don't talk earlier on, say, today's area police is all about health is wealth.
Yep.
And when I say health is wealth, now it be say we want to go into the medical field to sanitize ourselves, to make us better people and a better nation. And for those who just they join us for the first time, we get one big fish, one wonderful human being, where we say, he no look money matter, in they doing best to make it better for me and you. And in our in-house doctor, in fact, this our person where we they talk about, you go meet him now, you go understand why we know they take him matter play. And he gets group on WhatsApp to show you how kind this man is. He get group on top WhatsApp where we say now only for Wetin Dey family members for consultations, for medical reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let him introduce himself by himself. And welcome, doctor, to the Wetin Dey house.
Thank you very much, Wale. It's good to be back.
As usual, you never left in the first place.
As usual. I thank you very much.
Yeah.
I still remain the same, Dr. Clement Ogeleyinbo. I'm the founder of Kui Health Check. And I studied and worked for so many years in UK. I specialize in pathology, that is the diagnosis of diseases.
Pathology.
Yes.
Now, for people we don't know, this Oga don't work for the highest level of pathology in UK.
Yes.
In fact, if I remember very well, sir, you used to work in the same hospital the Queen of England used to use.
Yes,
and
that's correct.
You have met the Queen. This one, also Nigerian Queen they meet. and what you do is pathology.
Yes.
And the first thing where I want to make you I will make you talk to our people about now the case of misdiagnosis.
Yes, when we started, when I first came here, we talk about misdiagnosis.
Yeah.
Misdiagnosis, it happens everywhere in the world, even in the UK, but to a very, very small
level
compared to Nigeria. And when you say misdiagnosis, it's just a question of not paying attention to details. Not so much of the equipment, but the material. As I've always said, Nigerians are the most brilliant human being in the world.
Amen.
And we have proved everywhere we've been to. Now you know that, and I know that. Sometimes our system let us down. When 2016, when we first started this within the WhatsApp group, and we talked about misdiagnosis, it was prevalent. But now things are gradually getting better. Gradually getting better. It's not a question of money or lack of experience, but sometimes our people like cheap stuff.
Okay.
That's what they talk. Good soup. La money killer. So basically, what we need now, especially Lagos State, they are trying, honestly speaking. What we need is education, enlightenment. People should open their eyes. If you go to a place to run a test, query, ask questions.
People know they ask questions.
People know they ask questions.
They just collect result, they waka.
They just waka. The next thing they go to chemist or pharmacy to buy medicine. That's the least anyone should do. Go and run a test and get interpretation of that result. It's not in all cases that we have to go and buy medicine and start drinking and swallowing and all the rest of them.
Okay.
Sometimes our body have what is called self-healing. We just need to give ourselves time,
rest,
sleep, eat at the right time, drink water. I can never finish to emphasize that. Drink water. I don't drink Coke or any other thing or frizzy drink. Let me say, I don't drink frizzy drink. I drink water, just water.
You drink only water, no minerals, no
I
juice,
don't drink, no.
Why?
Because I'm sorry, our soft drink, our minerals is full of sugar, water, and coloring matter. I don't drink. I drink tea, I drink coffee, but no sugar.
Doctor, before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Dr. Ogeleyinbo, who is also a board of trustee members, and is our medical go-to person on Wetin Dey. So we're going to give her this WhatsApp number. What you can do is, if you have any medical situation you need clarification on, you can send him a message and he will get across to you. We'll do that very soon. But doctor, one matter I want you to help us sanitize our society is this matter I've always been. I can say I'm a runner for it. I believe in it. An advocate. God bless you. And it has to do with DNA testing. Now, DNA testing. We know that there are a lot of families right now as we speak who have children who are not the biological father's own. A lot of men have recently gone to do tests, and you see even big man, middle man, old man, young men who are going to do tests, and they just found out that this child is not their own. At times, it might be a mistake from the hospital. At times, the woman do it on purpose or unconsciously or anyhow. But anyhow way it take be, what would you say? I've always said this. There should be a law that will say that once a woman gives birth to a child, they should run a DNA test for that child immediately. But I have seen situations where people will now come and say, the wife will be saying, you don't trust me. You think I'm running up and down. The men will say, no, I don't want to let it be like that. A lot of people, especially in this part of the world, run away from DNA testing. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Thank you very much, Wale. I know you are a big advocate of DNA and paternity testing.
Saves a lot of headache.
It saves a lot of headache. It saves a lot of hassle in the futures and family disunity and all the rest of them. Basically, as we all know, DNA is our signature. We have a copy from our mother and another copy from our father. I know the issue of DNA paternity testing in Nigeria is a big issue. Whether there should be a legislation for every child born to have a DNA testing, I don't know, man.
No, I'm just saying now.
I'm not sure.
It shouldn't be, because if a child, some men, another angle, some men give they get to a woman pregnant,
yes,
and then when the woman says she's pregnant, they start saying it's not my child. Shebi, you were talking to one guy the other day. Shebi, this person, and then they run from responsibilities.
In such circumstances, yes, there should be a mandatory DNA testing. That's how it is done in the Western world, especially in UK. If there is a dispute, then we will go for a DNA testing. In Nigeria, yes, we should go for a DNA testing, but it's the cost that I'm sure prevent a lot of people. Some people know that this child is not there. Somebody came to me and said, "Look, doc, and it's my very close friend," and he said, "I've been hearing people saying this child doesn't look like me." He said, "Does he look? Do you think he looks like me?" And I said, "Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I said, I can't tell you if it looked like you or not. But the ultimate is, let us run a DNA test. And DNA. Well, if you look at the result, it will say 99.9999%. You will not see a DNA paternity test that says 100%. Yeah. Because there is always an issue with that. Something could have gone wrong. That's why it's always 99.999%. If you're in doubt, then we can escalate it and take sample from another source to prove that yes, this is this or that. I know. I mean, I've lived here now for some time, on and off, and I see what is going on in our society. I'm not here to denigrate our women, but it's too cheap to, if you know what I mean.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, you the one that say, who is this person to be talking about DNA testing in the first place? Dr. Ogeleyinbo, you conduct DNA test, am I correct?
Yes, we do. Yes.
So, averagely, how much does it cost for a person to do a DNA testing?
Yes, to do a credible DNA testing. Now, one father and one child is 350,000 naira.
A father and a child.
And a child.
If it's a father and two children,
then extra child we add 150,000 naira.
Why is it so expensive to do DNA?
It's actually extremely expensive. I have to subsidize some of the material that we use.
Okay.
Because you cannot source the material here locally.
It's imported.
It's imported. And we all know the exchange rate of UK pound sterling to naira.
Yeah.
So, and I cannot think of any company that make those kind of things. Reagents in Nigeria. So we are not making it here. That's why it's expensive. And not only that, in my place, we have to run it twice.
Okay.
Just to make sure that we are giving Mr. A the result that he should get.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of, a guy came to us. He actually lives outside the country. And we ran a DNA test for a child for him. And the wife disputed it.
Disputed the result.
Disputed the result. He said, no, it cannot be.
Because it was not in our favor.
Yes. And I said, okay, look, you can sue me when you finally confirm it. So, and I had a word with the father. I said, look, you can take this child out of the country. I will help you to collect the sample. You take it to Dubai where you live and all the rest of that. I won't charge you a penny. And we did. And about a month later, he sent me a WhatsApp message. I said, thank you very much, doctor. You were right. And he sent me some money anyway, which it's not the money to me.
It is about getting the truth out.
It's about getting the truth.
Doctor, sorry, how long does it take for a DNA test for a person to get results?
Actually, it takes 21 working days. Reason being, it's a system that you have to synthesize. You have to produce the material, the genetic material. You clone it and you produce it. It's like pick up a corn and you plant it. It takes 3, 4, 5 days to germinate. Yeah. And then when it germinates, it will grow. You nurture it and all the rest of them. Then before you can run it. Okay. You have to make the primer. You have to make the reagent, the primer, and it's a complicated scientific process. That's why it takes 21 days.
And averagely it costs about 350 to 340. Now, doctor, I know for a fact, I don't know for a fact, I stand to be corrected. There are two categories of DNA testing. There's the preliminary one where you do the I think the AA or whatever before. Oh yeah, go ahead, sir.
What we say is we do the ABO group. We do the blood group testing.
So let's do a mental walkthrough, sir. Don't vex. So a person is doubting, say this speaking, he head too long, no be my head with this, and he wants to verify this first one. What do you do? How long does it take? What does it cost, sir?
Yeah, we can just do a simple ABO group. It takes 2-3 hours, and it costs 8,000 naira.
Okay.
We take the sample, we run it.
Okay.
Yeah, it will give us some indication, but it's not the ultimate, if you know what I mean. So, yes, a lot of people have done that.
So how does that work? Is it father, mother, father, child, or how does it work?
Yeah, we will take the father, we will take the child, we will also take the mother.
Let's use a Punky, for example. I don't want to use myself. So if a person brings their child and wants to do this one, what do you look out for? Blood group AA,
B? We will look at the blood group.
Okay.
We will look at the genotype. That's basically
genotype.
Yes.
So how do you know when to go further? If the father is A and the mother is B, what can prompt a person to say, let's check this thing further, it's not right?
To me, no matter the outcome of this blood group and genotype and all the rest of them, I will always advise parents, look, if you have the money, let's go for the ultimate.
Yeah, the premium edition.
Yeah, the premium edition. Because for what we are advocating here, for what you are here to do, look, money is not the issue. Shouldn't be an issue. Your peace of mind. Can you imagine somebody train a child from primary, secondary, university, and at the end of the day, it turned out that it's not your child.
It's heartbroken.
It's heartbroken.
Doctor.
Yes.
Apologies. I'm one of those people who have advocated that we should learn to use Nigeria things. And then hearing you talk about the reason why DNA is this expensive is because of some of the reagents we use for these testings are not readily available in the country.
Yes.
What do you think? How do you advise us? Where does the government need to come in to make sure we can produce something like this here? Because that's the only time this issue of doing a DNA test right from birth will become easy to talk about.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Prof, before you answer, see, I don't give you the Prof. Prof. Before we answer that one, let's quickly go for break.
Okay.
If people get anything and everything they want to talk about, 090-4821-3013, text message and WhatsApp message. We have Dr. Ogeleyinbo in the house, who is a renowned pathologist, talking and making sense out of DNA or no DNA. About has to do with misdiagnosis. If you go see doctor write medicine for you, ask question. No just carry dey waka dey go, doctor, what is this for? What does this do? What does this do? Am I going to be allergic to it? Am I allergic? Because me, it is part of the way I found out that I react to ibuprofen. So I can't take ibuprofen. If I take it like this, I will drink milk from morning till night. So ladies and gentlemen, let us shine our eye. Gone are those days they will just give you something and then you go and take it. From there, in case you are just joining us, we went into DNA testing. The essence of doing a DNA testing. The reasons, how long it takes, how much it costs averagely, what does it do? A lot of women will say, if you do DNA test, don't talk to me again. No, now I'm saying, no, you don't trust me. That is not the reason. If your husband do DNA, find out say now he get the pikin, you are a queen. You don't say you're going to shakara the man. But I know they see him like that. That one aside, we'll still get back to people because a lot of people, Dr. Ogeleyinbo, I remember there was a time you were on Wetin Dey and you did a DNA testing for somebody. And then you find out, I stand to be corrected, and you found out that the child is not the father's own, and the mother came to your office to bribe you.
Yes. Yes, she came, actually before we finished the results, that, look, this is a disaster for me.
Wow.
And my husband, that, look.
So she knew?
She knew. So she said, look, you name whatever you need, because they are rich people.
Wow.
If you need Prado, if you need an asset to her, look, madam.
Wow.
I don't need money. Of course I need money. But if money is my motivation, I will stay behind in UK. I'll be earning my pound sterling. But I want to give something back. I didn't. I can't take such a thing. DNA testing is not the only thing that people will come and bribe. Even when we do unemployment screening.
Oh, yes. Unemployment. So you want to go for a job, they say go and do screening.
Yeah.
And then this person has something funny in their character.
They will come and bribe. But not Koe, not us. I will not succumb. Because I have to protect my license in UK and my registration in Nigeria. So things are happening. You asked one question.
Before I went for the break. Go ahead, sir.
You said, how come, because you are an advocate of made in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So am I. And that is why I'm here. I so much believe in this country. People, they tell me, say, you dey craze.
Why you leave a whole United Kingdom where you practice for one of the best hospitals?
Yes.
Come Nigeria. Okay, something is wrong.
Everybody they go the other way, and they come this way. And I said to them, look, it's not money. You come to a time in life, you say, okay, I want to give something back, something for people to remember you with, and that is why I'm here. Okay, the products, our biotechnology need to do much better. It's very, very expensive to set up a biotechnology industry. With the advent of this oil refinery in Nigeria, and I'm sure a lot of the raw material will be sourced from here, and I think they can enhance that and produce all the primer, the reagent for DNA and all the rest of them. I'm sure India has got fantastic biotechnology.
That's why people are always going there for medicine and buying medication.
Yeah, but in fact, when I see people going to that part of the world, I say it's a waste of opportunity, because they rather do it here. Honestly, because they will get a better service here.
Wow.
Honestly, our doctors are crazy. They are good. So, if you think about the air crash in India, within a week or two, they were able to match nearly all the disease and the family through DNA testing. In Nigeria, it would be a lot. It takes far more than that because of the material that
to conduct the test.
To conduct the test. So we would need to build our biotechnology industry so that we can have our good medicine, we can have good painkiller.
We can have rest of mind.
Have rest of mind. If you know what I mean.
This painkiller thing where you talk. Yes, 1 minute. Please. This painkiller thing where you touch, it don't make me remember my experience, and I think you know what it means.
Yes.
I go into hospital. Doctor give me some drugs, and for throughout a month after using those drugs consistently, I still not get well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And have you noticed that some people, they'll say, I want to do malaria and typhoid test. And out of curiosity, you will ask them, why malaria? Last month you are here.
Yes.
And now you are here. Look, I treat malaria and typhoid every month, and it shouldn't be like that. It's the efficacy of the drugs. But again, sometimes our people want the cheap one. Yes. Because not be say I get money. I will go to market, and when I price things and it's too cheap, Wale, I run. I go my ordinary market to buy something, food stuff, and the woman tell me the price. I say, okay, madam, thank you. He said, how come I go reduce the price? I said, no, it's too cheap. Everybody was amazed. No, it's not. Look, we don't have substitute to our life. Exactly. So we should invest a little bit and buy better drugs. Everything, food, every other thing.
Okay, thank you so much for your show face inside the studio this morning. We're very happy to see you there. Yeah. Because many things where you don't talk, you don't even already impact.
I'm going to do DNA
to everyone here. But before we move further, we know say you now person will say you be sabist for inside.
I like that word, sabist.
How do you call them? Pathology.
Yeah.
Pathology. Now I believe that those people be say they go tell you the cause of the disease and the effect of disease. They get more to do with laboratory.
Yeah, you understand.
So first, let me first ask you, what be the information we they coded? Because our language be that. What be the information we they inside DNA test? Where they review say,
now this person get out. No, be this person get out.
What be the information we they inside that DNA?
What you now they take?
Because in fact, what be the, I know say DNA. The meaning I get one big English when I speak for that place. Maybe just fit start with that one.
Yeah. What is it inside the dinuclear acid, ribonucleic acid?
Yes.
It's the gene that is in the DNA. DNA is just a material that is coded from the day that we conceived. Okay. So it's the fingerprint, and it cannot be changed. About 10% of the world population have double DNA because what we call chimerism.
Okay.
About 10%. But that's not an issue because sometimes you have twins.
Yeah.
During gestations, one will die and fuse with the other features, and that baby will now inherit the second DNA.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, I'm going there because I have 3 questions I want to ask you. Sir.
Go ahead, sir.
And also, when you have a bone marrow transplant, you inherit another copy of DNA
because of the person where you get the bone
marrow. Yes. And also, when you have an organ transplant, you will also inherit another copy of that donor DNA.
So this is what you talk about. So they get impact on the DNA of an individual.
Yes, they do have an impact on individuals' DNA, but they have very little or no meaning into when you do the DNA paternity test. Because that is the main reason why the result will say 99.9999. So if you are not sure, then you will now take a sample from another source from that person to run it, to allay the fear that yes, this is wrong or not.
Okay, for this one I feud, we so we get it called 2-factor, 3-factor
authentication.
Yes.
On top system.
So for this one I feud, now get anything like that because we don't get cases where we say somebody go say I go do DNA test for this lab now. The test come outside, they say this picking up my own. I go another place, they say they picking up my own. So when they do it gets a process when they go through to actually ascertain say yes, with all of this, not anybody if you talk this picking. Now you get her or this speaking, not be you get her.
You know, Lagos State is a very good classic example of where things are done properly.
Good.
Okay. Good. There is you said classifications or verifications. If any lab that is running DNA test, if you don't run it twice, you are at your own peril because this you are determining somebody else's future.
Future.
So really you have to run it twice. The second running is the verification.
Okay.
Yeah. If there is no match completely, look, a result will, when you look at the result, it will give you an idea of no, this need further explanation. This need to go deep into it because the result is if you've seen one of the result before, it's quite a lot. The parameter, what you really need somebody to explain what this means and not the rest of them. It's a whole huge page of document, so you need to understand that. And look at the loci, the gene, the everything concerning that person and that person before you say this is this result.
I mean, so with this way, they explain. Say lab self, some lab self, you make mistake.
Yes, I mean it's human being. You know, a pilot will make a mistake, plane will crash, 300 people will die, and all the rest of them. An engineer will make a just silly small mistake and just build a massive high rise and you will crash down. Mistake is not avoided. It can happen.
Okay.
But we try to minimize by running it twice.
All right.
Like the ABO and the genotype.
Go ahead.
We in my place we run it twice.
Oh.
Because that's another controversial area where people will say, "Oh, I've done it in Oshogbo. I'm this, and I now do it in Ondo State. They say I'm this." It's very common because it's a very small test, but with huge margin. It could go wrong if you are not careful.
Thank you so much for clearing that fact. Now, the last part of my question now, you don't first touch on before, Moku just really educate people about them. The part of they call vanishing twin syndrome.
Yeah.
They say no as a twin resorption. I know you
reabsorption, yes.
Reabsorption, okay.
Yeah, the vanishing twin resorption is when a woman is pregnant and the one of the baby,
maybe not twin,
twins, and one of the baby will die during that initial gestation, and then the second baby will now absorb it, and then inherit that baby's DNA.
Exactly.
Yes.
So with that kind of incident, if they go carry a DNA test for that kind of picking now, and they go say the DNA test no match with your papa own, you any argument go there?
Remember, the DNA will honestly match with the father. It might not be conclusive. You see, we will run a test that will say inconclusive.
Okay.
We hear the language all over.
For politics, not only election with the era, inconclusive.
We run inconclusive in the lab as well. So when you have inconclusive, then you escalate.
Okay.
What do you mean by escalate?
Escalate is you look for how can this be?
Waiting cause some.
Then you now run another parallel test. You call the parent in, both parents this time around. You now take sample rather than rather than the father. And mind you, when there is another added layer that before we run a DNA test for any child, while we taking the sample, we have to take the photograph of the child.
Make the note talk say do mistake.
Yes, and then the father have to submit a passport kind of photo ID
Of himself.
Yeah, of himself.
Wow.
Because you will take sample from Clement. And then the result is negative, and then they will go and say now Luna be the person we do this test. You understand? So once you are taking the sample, you snap it.
Wow!
Those things is added layer of to make sure that nothing can go wrong.
Doctor, I follow this, but one question where somebody just sent us now. He say, is it possible to do ZNA while as a modesty for pregnant?
Well, sorry.
Can you do DNA for a pregnant woman?
Oh yes, we can. Yes. Yes.
Please, can you quickly explain to us, sir?
Yes.
I want to know.
It comes with its own risk. Well,
because affect now risk with the baby.
Yeah, So what we do, we do what is called fine needle aspirate from the fetus. It comes with risk. So instead of risking that,
just wait.
9 months. I remember my old professor used to say to me, "Why doing pregnancy test? After 9 months, if it's there, you come out.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
so do you still want to go ahead?
I just want to know, because of your experience.
Go ahead.
Of your experience, as somebody say, don't travel wide. I mean, talking about you even treating. I mean,
being in the same hospital as the queen of
late queen of England. That's a big exposure.
Yeah.
You don't know how that their system did for that side.
Yes.
Bringing it back to our own medical system.
They look for Wala.
For Nigeria.
They look for Wala.
Up your mic.
What will be your take on our medical system for Nigeria?
Yeah, before I came back to say, okay, let me sit down and do something
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, I'll come on holiday. My family are here, my sibling. I'll come and then I visit friends who are doctors and all the rest of them. Some work in government hospitals, some private. And when I looked at their setting, I just cry. Is this a hospital? Or just a first aid center?
Wow.
A lot of them.
First aid center.
But things are getting better. And those days, when I was still in service in UK, Nigerian will do tests in Nigeria. You have a follow-up. So they will now come to UK and we will ask them, have you have previous tests done in your home country?
Yes.
We'll bring it.
Yes.
And then if you run parallel tests, I can remember a lot. They will come, hey, Dr. Ogeleyinbo, your brother has come. When they say that,
oh, they say that your brother.
Yeah.
That is people from your side.
yeah, they teach me a lot because they know I'm a passionate man. I'm passionate about my people.
It is true.
Yeah. So they will say, "Oh, your people has come." I say, "Come on, what about the one that came from India the other day?"
Oh.
So we teach ourselves. Yeah. There is a lot of disparity there, but it's getting better.
The first thing we don't first highlight on our hospitals and that our hospital they poorly equipped.
Very.
You don't first establish and before they call our hospital say like first aid.
First aid center.
You know, I'm telling you, I praise Nigerian doctors and nurses. That is
why you praise them now?
No, because they are working in unbelievable environment.
Jesus do.
I'm telling you, and they are treating, they are saving life, not getting result. They are saving life because I cannot work in such environment. I will not know what to do.
No, we say, so they talk say the full Nigeria now, so this so we no go hospital. We still even gather body like the UK hospital there.
We are not talking of those big hospitals that you go and pay 5 million.
Oh, okay.
Because
they want the common man.
Yes, because in UK those ones are there too. But the one the common people visit, the one that people that Agberu,
all the basic common man,
go and get treated.
Common health.
Yeah. When I was in December, I was having a stomach cramp, and my son dropped me off at our working center. I think it's like the most expensive hospital in Nigeria. It's only a common working center.
Wow.
In UK, I'm telling you.
Wow.
So our people are trying. They are trying to do the impossible with
what they have.
What they have.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
he's supposed to advise our people.
Wait now.
I will guide them.
No, that one. You go carry them, go where they go. Oga, Dr. Ogeleyinbo. If we check time right now, we have just 10 minutes before the top of the hour.
Yeah.
So we've actually spent almost an hour. Yeah. Before we let you go, in like a minute or two, what is your advice to everybody listening to you right now, medically? Very quickly, sir.
My advice to our people is, look, say something, ask questions. Don't just go into pharmacy or chemist and buy medicine. Go and run a test. Run test and credible test. Don't look at this one charge 1,000 for
the same thing.
For the same thing, the other one charge 500 naira. The one that charge 500 naira, there is a reason why they think they cheap.
They don't skip something.
So, and we say better soup na money kill money.
Yeah.
So let us open our eye. This is 2025. People shouldn't be dying the way people are dying at the moment. There's too many. He can go work yesterday. He come back. He no wake up. Look, everybody will die, including myself. The best surgeon in the world will die. But let us use our time constructively. Please, our government need to do more. Where I live, if we have emergency, there's no way an ambulance can get there.
Wow, part of the factors.
Have you seen a pregnant woman that in labor and they have to bundle her into what we call Marua? It's never done. This is 2025.
For God's sake,
it's never done.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask more questions, get more answers, please feel free to get this number down. It is the Wetin Dey WhatsApp line with Dr. Ogeleyinbo. If you have a medical question that you are afraid to go just for Wetin Dey, you don't hear Dr. Ogeleyinbo. It's about the common man. It's about making it better for the common man. Part of the thing we do on Wetin Dey. Dr. Ogeleyinbo, do we still have that WhatsApp group? Yes,
it's running. In fact, I posted something yesterday. And people are asking questions.
They must ask questions. Can you give our new people this Wetin Dey health line?
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir. Punky Karibaru. Oh yeah. Go ahead, sir.
The number is 080 20 565 127.
Again, sir.
080 20 565 127.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that number with Dr. Ogeleyinbo call for you right now. Questions, comments, contributions. You don't go, doctor, please, when they tell you something, you want to verify that kind of thing. In don't talk ask questions.
Yep.
This is a free platform for you to ask questions. Dr. Ogeleyinbo, a big thank you to you for coming to show us a side of the medical level we don't know yet, but by God's grace you will come back again and we'll continue this discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for the top of the hour.
Yep.
If you haven't taken anything away from Wetin Doctor Don Dey Talk says, you need to see the doctor. That's what I will say. On behalf of Ejiro, Punky, myself and Awolo, once again, and the Wetin Dey family members, we say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Wetin Dey continues right after the top of the hour.